Okay, I sat down, pressed record, and then I was like, oh my God, it is so bright. Lisa, just wait 10 minutes to film this thing. And then I was like, no, that would be the sensible thing to do. But I like to make unsensible. I like to make counterintuitive decisions in my life, and that's just how I live. And that is a perfect tie-in for today's video. I went on Instagram and asked you guys randomly, I was like, what are some like nonsensical kind of like counterintuitive habits that you have that you just keep doing? And you guys came back with so many funny ones. I haven't read them all, but the minute I like kind of started scrolling, I literally got giddy with the idea of presenting these with the rest of you guys, because the truth of the matter is I think we all do this kind of stuff, but we just don't talk about it. And there's something like really fun and silly and I don't know, not community building, but I don't know. I'm just really excited to share these with you. All right, so this all stemmed from the fact that I really like reading suspense, thriller, and true crime books. But the problem with that is I always read them at night and then I have nightmares. But I won't stop, can't stop, will never stop. So I just finished Dark Matter, which I talked about before, and I really loved it. And it also really gave me crazy dreams. But in doing so, I kind of feel sad that it was over, and I was on the hunt for a new book, but I didn't know where to turn, what to do. And that brings me to today's sponsor that I didn't even know. Okay, listen, love a sponsor, always need a sponsor, but didn't know I actually needed this particular sponsor because of the service they provide, and that is the Likewise app. You guys, when I tell you I'm genuinely into this app, and now I have my own like little account, I'm gonna explain it all to you, but like, download it now because we can be friends, and there's a community tab and I have a whole list, the whole thing. Anyways, let me explain it to you really fast. So basically what it does, it's like a combination of things. Not only does it have like a technology that basically tracks what you say you like and have read and what you're interested in. So it's got that whole algorithm situation going on, but it also has a community tab. So people on there can go in, write reviews, and also you can like ask for suggestions. So you can go to like your community tab and literally write, hey, I just finished Dark Matter. What's a good matchup for that, or something along those lines. I'm into suspense, thrillers. I mean, the options here are endless, and it's such a fun app to play with. And you guys know, I'm kind of an old lady, especially when it comes to like technology and app. This is so fun and so user-friendly, and I find myself going to it often, which is saying a lot. You can track all the books that you have read, but you can also make a list of books like you want to save. So when you do go to the bookstore, or like I said, I was at Target, I looked and I literally was able to identify books that I had saved and also look up books and read the community like reviews of it. Not to mention they give you daily recommendations. I mean, guys, I feel like I'm just blabbering about this, but it's really quite easy to use. So there's a Today tab, so that gets your daily recommendation. There's a Community tab, that's where people write reviews, ask questions. There's a Discover tab, that's what I used the other day when I just put in titles that I was seeing before me, but also they literally give you like, here's the trending list, here's things you might also like, here's the list from the web. Like, this thing is so useful and handy, and for someone like me who gets so kind of like thrown off whenever I'm at the bookstore or even looking online to see what to watch, like this does help you, and it connects you with people that you already know. This girl from high school has a great list going. And here's the best part, it's 100% free. I will leave the link in the description below, but you can join right now and you can follow my list. So if you're looking to see what kind of books I'm reading or what TV shows that I like, it's all there, and I would love for you to join my little community. It's just a place for us to be, to like share our favorites all week, all day, all month long. And this will soon be added to my list because I am about to crack into it. This is a book I ended up falling upon, Verity by Colin Hoover. Again, I was like in Target and I was looking. I looked up one other book and I read some reviews and it was like, yeah, it's not as suspenseful as like I was hoping it was gonna be. And then this book, it was like, this is the most twisted, like dark thing I've ever read, and I couldn't put it down. And I was like, yep, that's for me. So stay tuned for my review of this. But if you want to join my virtual book club, as I just announced it here and now, didn't know I was going to do that till this very moment, definitely follow me on the Likewise app, and thanks Likewise for sponsoring this video. Honestly though, why am I like this? Why do I like the darkest stuff ever? That brings me to, why are you all like what you are? So let's just dive in and read some of the crazy things that you all do so I don't feel so crazy myself. So like I said, I wrote, what is the most nonsensical, counterintuitive thing that you continue to do? My example was reading true crime and watching true crime before I go to bed. There was a lot of, like, I watch true crime as well, but there was a few coffee related ones. I drink coffee at 3 p.m. because I need a pick-me-up, knowing darn well that it will keep me up. And then I saw another one similar to that, which is so funny, drinking coffee before bed and wondering why I can't sleep. I relate to this on such a deep level. First of all, if you guys have been watching my channel, I think I express this often. I love my afternoon coffee. There's nothing like a 3 p.m. pick me up, I gotcha. But then I totally understand, like, you're like, oh yeah, no, 3, 4, 5, it's not too late to drink coffee, I'll be fine. And then you're in bed and you're like, why? And then you're thinking about literally everything and anything that you could possibly ponder and overthink and analyze. I gotcha, but don't think I'm gonna stop my 3 p.m. coffee. It's never gonna happen. I feel you guys on that, that's so funny. But then someone else said, I've been known to drink coffee and then take a nap, which is also funny because sometimes that happens to me. Sometimes I'll have a coffee and then I just like fully pass out. I don't know like if it has the opposite effect or if you're just so tired that literally nothing will help, even though you think coffee will help. So you drink the coffee thinking it's gonna help, but you're like beyond that caffeine, you're beyond caffeine help. Like, it's just like, forget about it. I've been known to do that as well. I've got a lot of like sames, literally fall asleep to Reddit paranormal, Reddit aliens, all kinds of freaky stories. I'm intrigued. I never really got into like the alien thing, although I'm definitely like intrigued by that. I don't know. Ghosts, I can like get down with ghosts, or I'm like interested in ghosts. For some reason, aliens like never kind of crossed my purview. But now that you're talking about it, like all I want to do is go down the Reddit alien hole. Reddit is a whole nother alien hole as it is. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, it's a whole different world, literally. But this is interesting. So I'm guessing you just like lay in bed and scroll and read alien stories. Can someone send me like a few examples? I'd be so curious. Well, you got the paranormal, but you also got the aliens. All kinds of freaky stories. Oh, please send me some. Oh, you know what would be really fun if we did like a sort of like scary night. I'll wait actually for the sun to set and we read some. That would be really fun. See, there's a few more of these. I watch murder mystery clips on YouTube. Before bed, I watch murder mystery clips. I love true crime podcast episodes while I sleep. What is this, y'all? What is it about true crime and murder mysteries that are so appealing? And not to like stereotype or, you know, I'm making a broad statement, but I do know there's like this theory that like women are more into that than men for some reason, but there is something so bizarre that we like that before bed. It's one thing like during the day, I guess, when you're driving, that's interesting, but there's something so weird about the fact that we like this before bed. I talked about it recently. I haven't finished it, but I got really into the podcast, To Live and Die in Hollywood. I'm only on the first season. Each season, I think, like covers a different case in real time, which is really interesting. But that one like kind of threw me off a little. Like I needed to slow down on that because it was starting to freak me out a little bit. But you guys know, all my TV shows, like if I could choose every night, like Jeff and I kind of switch off about what we want to watch, and we kind of like, we don't really watch true crime together, but if I were to just watch TV by myself every night, it would totally be true crime. It's dark, man. Oh, and just to address this, like I watch murder mystery clips on YouTube. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I think I have because I'm so obsessed. I can't believe I would not have talked about it. But there's like these like criminal investigation channels that essentially like will go through live footage of interrogations, like police interrogations or cases, and really break it down for you in terms of like, okay, right now, this like FBI man, he's saying this because he's trying to elicit this reaction. In doing so, he's gonna get a confession. And like, it like literally pauses and tells you everything about it. It's so fascinating. So I'm like with you on that. Reading until 2 a.m. when I know I have to be up at 7, which actually, okay, yes, counterintuitive and then some, but first and foremost, I love reading, so I'm with you on that. But it's actually very impressive that you can read to 2 a.m. because the minute I get in bed and I start reading, I fall asleep. Like, I have to read on the couch, otherwise forget about it. If it's in bed, I'm out in like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, a little counterintuitive, but also very impressive. This one I think we could probably all relate to, which is getting distracted on my phone all day, so I have to work late to make up for it. Definitely been there, done that. Or like would lay in bed in the morning and like scroll for too long that by the time you get out, you're like, oh my God, I like wasted half the morning. I know Jeff does that too. It's just like, it's so easy to do. Anything in terms of like phone being a distraction is like so easy to do. I watched this like viral, I think it was on Instagram today, this like mom, and it was like a nanny cam or something, and the mom's like holding the child, and there's another child playing, and the whole place is like a mess, and she's like holding the child, but she's on her phone, and so she's using her foot to like rock the little baby cradle in front of her, thinking in her head, because she's so distracted and probably so tired because momming is hard, but thinking that the baby was like in the thing she was like rocking back and forth. And so she's like rocking or reading, but the baby's in her arm, and then she opens her eyes. She like turns her head up and she notices that the baby's like not in the thing that she's rocking. And she's like looking around, and she starts like, she gets up and she's like looking around everywhere, and she then finally realizes like the baby's in her arm. It's just like, yeah, put down the phone, lady. And by lady, I mean all of us. I've done so many dumb things because I've just had my head in the phone. This is one that I've heard from my friends, which is buying kids tons of clothes. It ends up being too much and you never end up using them. I know my friends, especially like in the early stages of having kids, would buy all this clothes, and it's like, yeah, they grow so fast that they'll never actually end up wearing all the clothes, or they're just gonna like vomit on all the clothes. But I would see that that would be something that I would do too, because little baby clothes are so cute. Oh, this is a good one. Post all of my most controversial thoughts, LOL. So many mixed feelings about this because I get it. Like, it is so easy to not only like post, but also respond, comment. I mean, I see it from all sides. I see it at me. I see it around me. Like, I totally get it. And sometimes it's so hard to refrain when you really want to like go at it, especially on Facebook. But I mean, I'm just going to say hashtag no comment. I thought this one was cute. I pace around the house while my baby naps. Like, can I just chill? I think that's so cute because you're clearly just like such a good parent that you like can't relax because you're all focused on the kid even when they're napping and you got so much going on. But like, yeah, sit down, throw your feet up. When that kid naps, you should be napping. Says someone who literally has no clue. Playing Animal Crossing all night until 2 a.m. and then having to wake up at 5:30. That seems like a very common one, like reading until 2 a.m. It's like, we're just like, I saw another meme today. This whole video is me telling you about memes that I saw, but you guys are my friends and I can't text them to you, so I'll just tell them to you. It was like, oh, how crazy is it that, you know, we work all these hours and then we only get like a couple hours at night to like unwind and have time for ourselves, unless you stay up until 2 a.m. Animal Crossing. So like, I totally get that. If you work all day long and you hustle and you provide for yourself, for your family, for the people around you, it's like you really only get a couple hours each day besides the weekends for yourself and for your family. So it makes sense that you would stay up all night doing these things, but also counterintuitive if you have to get up at 5 a.m. I never played Animal Crossing, but I'm definitely tempted. Scrolling videos that make me feel some kind of way when I'm already anxious AF. I get that too. It's hard, especially if you're like in a certain situation and you like are Googling it or you're on TikTok or whatever, and you kind of fall into videos that sort of validate what you're feeling, because sometimes you need validation so you don't feel like you're crazy, but then in doing so, it kind of like perpetuates what you're feeling. I think that's super common. You guys, I think the common denominator here is that we need to put our phones down as I raise up my phone to read more. I loved this one. Keep washing the same load of laundry for 3 days straight so I don't have to fold it. So my question is, like, you wear it and then you just put it back in the washing machine and you just kind of do that continuously, like as soon as it comes out of the dryer, you put it on. If that's the case, that's actually so brilliant that I might take a note out of your book. I love that. As y'all know, hate folding laundry. I literally made a weekly video, I'll leave the link above and below, that helps me find reason and purpose to fold. That's how much I hate folding. Taking baths just for relaxation, I actually don't think that's counterintuitive. I think that's self-loving and beautiful and wonderful. And I wish my bathtub worked, but for some reason the stopper is broken and I gotta get that fixed. I'm jealous. I love this one. I think we can all relate. Before bed, I brush my teeth and then immediately eat a snack. Amen, me, always and forever. Always and forever. I brush my teeth and then I'm like, if I brush my teeth now, that I won't have a snack, and then I inevitably always have a snack. Here's another laundry one. Putting clean clothes in a laundry basket, put the basket in the bedroom, and don't put them away. Do you fold them? Because at least if you fold them, they're folded. I tend to just put the clean ones in one big giant pile in the basket, and then it just sits there and never put them away. Laundry, man. Nobody loves it, but we gotta do it. Okay, this is a good one that I know a lot of people can relate to. I continue to eat spicy chicken sandwiches despite my body not tolerating them. I think we all do that. We eat stuff that we know we shouldn't and that our stomachs can't handle, but we do it anyways because they're delicious. Anything sugar before bed, bad idea. Read news stories that I know will make me anxious the rest of the day. I mean, that's like life at this point, right? Like, that's a conversation for another day. It's like, you gotta be informed, but you also gotta set boundaries, otherwise, geez Louise, it's some heavy stuff. We'll end on this on a not heavy note. Weed right when I wake up, which blessings all around, but I imagine that makes day a little bit hard. Although if you can function, go be it, no judgment here. But yeah, probably a little counterintuitive, but you do you. And not doing my therapy homework, LMAO. Yeah, that also. I've actually heard that from many people in my life where it's like, we tried, we made the appointment, we paid for therapy, but we never did the assignments that they gave us. So, you know, y'all, baby steps, one day at a time. We're all just doing our best, counterintuitive or not. We're all just trying to get along. I don't know why this makes me just so giddy. I just think it humanizes us all and reminds us that we're doing great, even when we're making silly and maybe not the smartest choices. We're just trying. As long as you all are kind to each other and to yourself, that's all I personally care about. So there you have it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I thoroughly did. I love communicating with you guys and I love building this community with you. So anytime I get these chances to do these videos where I share a little of your insights, since I'm always giving a lot of my insight, it's just fantastic and wonderful. And thank you likewise for sponsoring this video and for giving me a place to help me sort out my next books, my next TV shows, my next moves in life, but more so actually for giving me another platform to kind of build a little community and communication with you guys. So I will leave the links below. Follow my journey on there, follow my lists, and communicate with me. It's so fun. All right, y'all. I love you so very much, and see you next time. Off to spend the night reading scary books and watching scary TV shows. See you.